there is a national teacher shortage across the country. And so Columbus is not unique in that we are struggling to find more teacher candidates in our pool.
A lot of our students here in Columbus City Schools are African American, and sometimes it helps to see people who look like you doing something positive. It's important.
I think at last count, 1.3% of the teachers in America look like me. That's appalling.
Feel like I'm at the tippy top of my game, looking down.
African American males are at the top of every negative list, but at the bottom of every positive list.
Unfortunately, there's not so high of an expectation placed on education in the community. So it's easier for them to just go get a job. It's easier for them to go do all of the negative things that we all know about. It's easy. That's the easy way.
A lot of times they look at teachers, and one of the first things everybody always says about teaching is, oh, teachers don't make any money, or, I don't want to deal with all these bad kids. And
the students face so many different challenges. All you can do is be a sponge of trust.
Sometimes we're so segregated. We don't really fully understand the lives of our students.
A lot of our students are contributing more to their homes. They do feel the pressure of having to support the family, having to support younger siblings, and maybe some of our high school students. Sometimes they do get to school late sometimes because they're making sure their younger siblings are getting off to school.
The education profession was a female-dominated profession. I think right now, close to 80% of the teachers in America are white females. We need great people, regardless of male, female, black, white, green, yellow, purple, to be great teachers. And the teaching profession takes a bad rap right now.
Now I think we're losing some of the community support of education, what to teach, how to teach it. If we can somehow, some kind of way, get back on the same page and come to a consensus of what education is and what it should be.
Because education is the key, it's the ticket to all of our freedom.
Trying to make school into something that works for everybody. It doesn't have to be this thing that you hate. And a lot of young people do hate it. And that's what we've got to get away from. We've got to reimagine what school is and what it could be.
Tomorrow's citizen of the world, avid for experience, for excitement, avid for knowledge. Who and what am I?
All I hear, go get the money. So I go get it. Hate means I do something right. So I'ma let him.
Most of the times when you see an African American male, you picture sports, you picture entertainment, and if they're really smart and wise, as adults we don't encourage them to go into the educational field. We say, hey, go into computers, go into math, go into anything but education.
It can be a challenge because of some of the outside influences that they see. It's easy for them to see the easy money that's being made. It's easy for them to see the negative influences of like social media and things like that, how to make money fast, how to do things fast. But when you help them understand that this foundation of education helps them, it'll help them take care of themselves. It'll help them take care of a family down the road.
We know that when students feel connected to the school and are connected to at least one adult, really improves their level of engagement, it improves their student attendance, and it improves their academic performance.
It kind of helps them progress and helps them see that, hey, maybe there's a future there for me.
Let your spirit rise.
This is one of the few environments, education is one of the few environments and few industries where men, particularly men of color, can authentically be themselves and appreciated for it. It's not toxic. It's not all of these things that are assigned to our personage.
You can't go in and trying to portray that you're something that you're not, because it's going to take them about 5 minutes and they're going to figure out, okay, oh, she's fake, he's fake, and they've written you off. Be real.
If you can connect or relate with someone on a personal level, they're more apt to listen to you in the classroom.
You have to let your guard down. With your imperfections, they can still see a light within you.
In education, the number one thing is relationships. Once you have built that relationship with kids, then those kids trust you.
In these days of times, students don't really care about what you know until they know that you care.
A kid may be in your class and say you're a math teacher, and they don't particularly like math, but they're going to do well in math because they like you.
And that's the thing that's missed when you talk about education. Because as a teacher, yes, I should be teaching the students, but I should also be learning from them. Because if I'm getting something from them, that means they're giving it back to me.
It's like the nail. To nail that education in, that interpersonal communication between the teacher and the student is what really locks that thing in.
You have to be able to see something in someone before they even see it within themselves. That's a part of what we do.
That's the value of doing this, and getting young people to understand how great of a life they can have in doing this. Again, are you going to get rich? Probably not. Can you have a comfortable life? Absolutely. But you will be rich in so many other ways.
The more and more people who understand the impact that they can make on human lives, I would say the better it would be for all of us.
Something is happening in our world.
When you're trying to encourage ownership, people need to see the value of what they're potentially going to own. We are in the public works of human development.
The teacher is the connection between home, the teacher is the connection between the school district, the teacher is the connection between the community, especially if that teacher is a part of the community. We are at the grassroots level, and we are the ones that are really sparking the change.
You cannot have a doctor, you cannot have a lawyer, you cannot have a scientist, you cannot have an athlete without a teacher.
I taught at Columbus City Schools for 17 years. Point blank, we need African American males in education. We are here to influence you and try to convince you that this might be a path for you.
If they can see it, they can be it. And so that really gives us a prime opportunity to show our students that one day, just like me, they could become a superintendent or a CEO. They could become a teacher, they could become a principal, because they are seeing us not only as the role that we play, but also that we're human.
You don't teach subjects, you teach people. And this is a people business. We get so wrapped up into curriculum and policy, procedure, and all of that. And sometimes we forget that this is first and foremost a people business.
When I see a student that is off on the wrong path, I want to be that person that stands in the gap for them and get them on the right track. And just plant seeds of knowledge in them that, hey, you can do this. You can be anything that you want to be.
I spent my years, just like Dr. Rawls in Columbus, my first years teaching in Columbus City Schools as well. But you've never met a teacher who doesn't have a good life, Joan. We work hard during the day, we help kids, and then we get an opportunity to go home and live our life and do a whole bunch of other things that we love to do.
There's so many different benefits. People don't realize that teachers don't work 365 days a year. They get summers off. And so, there are breaks in a teacher's lives that allow them to be with their family and recharge and rejuvenate.
The reason why I do it is because someone invested in me. Someone took the time to teach a young Mike Fleming what his life could be.
Oftentimes we forget that we are people builders and we have to build people up every day. That's a part of our jobs.
I would say the most fulfilling part about being an educator is somebody coming back and saying, you touched my life.
When those kids respect you and those kids love you, then even if they aren't necessary, you don't see any growth in the work later on down the line. It's like, I did make a difference.
If you do this thing and you do it right, you will forever be remembered.
The whole point is to get these young men to be teachers and go back to their neighborhoods and maybe grab somebody else to become a teacher and to shape lives to people coming out of their own neighborhood.
As we discuss, obviously, teaching education, but we also kind of work with your dreams. And so we all have dreams. You know what a dream is.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living out my dreams. If I'm waking up, it's in a foreign land.
We need difference makers in this world, and you can make a difference, a positive difference, being a teacher.
Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy.